everyone, it's Fiona from YBR St Mary's and it's Mortgage Monday. Today is part 2. Last week we discussed ways of selling your property in a lot shorter amount of time, and we're fortunate enough to have Brett Sutton from Jim Aitken Partners. Hey Brett, how you doing?
Yeah, good, thanks. Thanks for inviting me in again.
So it's great to have him in here because he's actually one of the real estate agents in the area that has the knack of being able to sell the property a lot faster on the market than the other agencies. So I thought, what better person to invite along to give us the heads up and some hints and tips on what we can do to sell our property quicker. So today we're going to talk about first impressions, and first impressions are so important. Now the reason I say that is because of course we want to sell our property fast, but we have a different opinion of how much the house should sell for. So I have a client at the moment who approached me and said, Fiona, we want to sell our house, but we don't know if we should renovate the kitchen because it's going to cost about 15 grand, or should we leave it? And the first thing I said was, you need to speak to your real estate agent. You need to find one that you can trust and get him to come in and to get his opinion on who it would be able to be sold to, who would be most interested. Does that sound about right, Brett?
Yeah, a really common question is that from a lot of clients is, do we spend the money and do the upgrades, or do we leave it for the next buyer? And I would say the biggest tip in this world, in this space, is we get the agent in early. Identify who your ideal buyer is, because if your home is a weatherboard property on a nice big block in a suburb like Oxley Park or Kingswood, there's every chance it could be a developer that purchases, and you're going to invest $20,000 or $30,000 in getting the home looking Mickey Mouse for someone to put a bulldozer through it in the not too distant future.
Imagine that. Imagine taking out 30 grand of your hard-earned cash to do something up and then just have a developer buy it, knock it down, and whew.
Absolutely, it's happened. I know. The other side of it is, if it is an owner-occupier buyer, then there's every chance it is very well worth your while making sure you get those little bits and pieces done around the home. It might be paint, it might be carpet, it could be some of the more big-ticket items like the kitchen or the bathroom, particularly in that space that we're dealing with first home buyers, because they want that, the demographic that we're dealing with, they want that camera-ready property for that Instagram lifestyle right from the start.
Yeah, and there are a lot of first home buyers, particularly I found around this area, because there's no stamp duty up until 650 grand, so that's quite helpful. And the other thing I find about my first home buyers is a lot of them don't have much money to spend after they've bought their property. They've worked to the bone to save as much as they can for their deposit, and come time to have finally got their house, they can't do anything else to it. So I completely agree that if they're going to want to buy something, but the kitchen's done and the bathroom's done. So if it is a property first home buyer, for you to be able to identify that at the start is really important.
What we're finding with a lot of our first home buyers is that they've worked so hard to save the deposit, and they're prepared to borrow almost as much as the bank's prepared to give them to get a property where they don't need any work, that doesn't need any work doing to it, because they just haven't got the funds after the fact to do it.
Yeah, absolutely. So what else can we do you think, Brett, to maximise the first impression of someone to being interested to buy our home?
Once you've already invested in, making sure the presentation's to a point that you're comfortable with and it suits the ideal buyer that could purchase your property, the next step is you can call in a stylist or somebody that'll do some staging around the property to really spell out that lifestyle to the purchasers. Unfortunately, a lot of our buyers don't have a lot of imagination, so if you can really get somebody in that can really demonstrate and showcase the lifestyle that your home offers, it does two things. Once the buyers are inside, they'll feel at home. It'll bring down the barriers, and they'll go, yeah, this is a really comfortable property. The other side of it is you get more appealing marketing material. You get better photos, you get better videos, which attracts more buyers, gets more heads through the door. And if you can do that, you get a better chance of a good result, or a better chance of competition driving the price up.
That's great. So basically what we're saying through this whole episode today is how important it is to find a really good real estate agent. So it's important to style your house right. It's not enough to just play jazz music in the background. I've heard about that for open days, to just play jazz music and think that that's enough.
Before the open home,
freshly baked cake in the oven. And also you did mention a stylist, and I completely agree with having a stylist come through your home, because down the road from my house, only a few doors down actually, the house was very standard, 3-bedder, nothing special. But then when you went inside, it was just beautiful. They had a stylist in, they changed the carpet, the colour of the carpet and the curtains, and it was so much more appealing to not even just first home buyers, to everybody. And it ended up selling for $30,000 more than they anticipated because they took the time to get a stylist in, which made all the difference.
I've never had a client regret the investment in style.
Yeah, it's just amazing. So we've talked about first impressions and to get your agency in from the very start when you decide you want to sell your home. That's really important, so you know you're not wasting your money for nothing. All right. Second of all, you need to find out who it's for. If it's for a first home buyer, maybe you should spend the money, and if it's for an investor, just leave it and just let it go for the land. And to maximise it, think about maybe getting a stylist. But the whole thing that we're talking about today, it's really important to make sure you've found a real estate agent that you can trust, that can take you through this process, and just to finish it off and sell the house nice and fast, basically. Yeah.
If there's anyone out there that we can help, we'd love to get in contact with you, but it really is important that you've got a good relationship with an agent out there, whether it's somebody like myself or in your particular area, there might be somebody else that you know is good. This can tie it all in together, and the partnerships where you work with somebody over a period of time often bear the best fruit.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you need any further information on what we've discussed today, or you'd like to speak to Brett or myself, feel free to get in touch. And thank you so much for coming in today, Brett. It's great seeing you. And until next week, guys, thank you.